Welcome everybody, Friday night race. Here we are, NECRL Racing League. The boys invade Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're going to get off into the national anthem, get it done and out of the way. Get into a little bit of qualifying. Everybody get something to drink, something to eat, whatever floats your boat. Get your butt back in here for another 2 hours probably, and let's have a little bit of fun with these guys. What do you say? You're watching it live, MaxspeedTV.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, in the
Welcome back everybody. Once again, NECRL Racing League getting ready to invade Charlotte Motor Speedway as they prepare to get ready for qualifying. Let's just go ahead and give you let me give you a little idea about how the things are going to go today. Pretty simple. You got to treat your tires like they were your best friend. You got to pretend those tires are just as delicate as a little baby's butt. If you don't take care of them, you're going to be in serious trouble, and that wall's going to come extremely fast. You're going to be watching guys bouncing off the wall before it's over with. Their tires are going to probably start to go away after about 10 laps. They're going to notice it. Some will still try to take 2 tires. Some will go ahead and take all 4 when they come into the pits. They definitely will take their fuel. But you're looking at fuel right around 33 to 37 laps, roughly. Take a look at some of the guys that are out here running around trying to get a good qualifying time in. Yes, there'll be drafting involved. Don't forget your drafting partners. You can push, beat, and bang, door draft. You can side draft, do anything you want to do. But the main important thing is to stay off the wall. Take care of those tires. I can't stress enough, tires. Up against the wall in the first lap, trying to get something going on. That's how you got to do it. Way up there, almost kissing the wall. Get your momentum, then dive it down in the second lap. All the way down to the bottom. Hold it as much as you can all the way to the floor. And what that's going to end up doing, it's going to end up putting you up on the pole. Jeremy Talley, 30.177. A guy we want to take a watch here and check out. Let me find him. And right here he is. The 55, John Rodden. The guy's lightning fast out here on this particular track. Maybe it's got to do with his paint scheme on that truck. You gotta wear sunglasses to hang around him. He has no problem getting around here whatsoever. Let's see what kind of a lap. There, so far, second. And he bites the wall. That wall's not prejudiced by no means, and it's not picky. And it's not bashful. It'll take anybody any point in time. No problems whatsoever. Justin Rodden out there in the number 9. Let's see what he can do. Just touches the wall right there. That's how close you got to get to it to get the speed. But at the same time, it comes out and gives you a nice little bite. I got the camera set so close to the wall, it's not funny, just to kind of let you guys know how close they come to it. A minute and 14 seconds left of the qualifying run. Let's see what we can do. Not too shabby to say the least. Not shabby at all. Looking right there, 4th place. That is one guy left. Scott Black is out there making his run right now. One of my favorite names in this group. Why? Because I can actually say it properly and not screw it up. Let's see what he's got. Is he gonna be able to make the show? He's gonna have some bragging rights. Not too awful bad. Not bad at all. 7th place. That'll work. Done. Finished. Get it over with. Qualifying. See you later. It's time, everybody. NECRL Racing League's heading right here in Charlotte, getting ready to have probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of mayhem. Appreciate everybody that is out here with us. When they get ready, they start gridding. We can go ahead and we can let them have it. I can tell you exactly where everybody's going to be at. These guys are a blast to watch. They have a lot of fun. You're going to get 2 fast repairs this race. That means you can kind of let it all hang out whenever you want to. That kind of helps too. Waiting on everybody to finish up. There they go. Now they're coming into the picture play. Let's get the show on the road here. Starting in row number 1 to 30. Jeremy Talley. He is your pole cat. The 55 beside him of John Rodden. Row number 2, 28, Nathan Somerville. And driving the 9 beside him of Justin Rodden. Row number 3 in the 12, Andrew Lewis in the Toyota machine. Along beside him in the 02 of Josh Mayu. Row number 4, number 8, Scott Black. Along beside him, number 7, Shane Shepard. Row number 5, the 22, Haas Beverly. In the 83, Brad Galindo. Row number 6 in the 74, Stephen Curie. The 121 of Lance Thompson beside him. Row number 7, the 09, Christopher Williams in the Toyota machine. The 16 along beside him of one Robert Timmons. Row number 8, the 13, Mark Beverly beside him. The 54, Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, baby. Row number 9, Robert Kinney. The 72 beside him, Jansen Baker. Row 10, the 1 of Roger Strickland, the 96. Charles Gettings. Row 11, 23, Joseph Allen, the 69 beside him, Tyler Beverly. And that is going to round it up. That is it. Just in time. Thank goodness. Pace cars getting off. It's time to rock and roll here at Charlotte. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's get it on Friday nights. Josh Mayu in the 0-2 coming right at you, leading the show. Nathan Somerville, 28, setting in second position, right along with Charles Gettings. Check him out up in the 19th position. Promise you that. Tally bringing him on down, being chased right here, challenged by the 28 of Nathan Somerville. Still trying to challenge him down on the bottom side. See how it's going. Nobody's in the bottom. Everybody's up top. 55, John Rodden. There he is. He drops her down on the bottom. This is where the tires will come into play. And about another 6 laps, they're going to feel it. You're going to know it. Tally going up onto the high side into number 30. He is all over him. Let's go back a little ways. Everybody single file all the way back. Shane Shepherd in the 8th right there. Gundo in the 83. Thomas Beverly in the 22. Waiting patiently. Here comes another 09 of Christopher Williams. He has been on a tear recently. Setting all the way back into that 11th position. And Lance Thompson setting in the 12th. And there he is. Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, baby. In the 54 machine. 16th. Robert Strickland coming up into the number 1. He's back here in the 18th position. And Charles Gettings, 19th. I do not think he's going to be back there for long. All the way back up front, Nathan Somerville. Watching the boys side by side behind him. As he sneaks off just a little bit of clearing between those two. Gets just a little bit of daylight. Take a wide look at him right here. That's the difference you have. Everybody's pretty much spread out a little bit. We ain't going to have to worry about really too much contact, anything going on silly like that. Somerville being pressured ever so slightly by the 55 rod. He's going to drop down into the inside. Is he going to be able to take it? Not yet. The boy wonder says it's not going to happen, Captain. Not this time around. You're going to have to try again later. Justin Rodden right there in 3rd position. Watching it all unfold in front of him. Back a little ways. 0-2, Josh Mayo. He actually started out in 6th, and he's hanging out around the 5th position. Nothing to complain about there, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to stay there forever. Jeremy Talley, he's your pole setter. He's dropped all the way back into that 6th spot. Nice 5-car getaway right here. Keeping things spread out. Whoa, we got a little bit of touching, love, and squeezing going on right there between the Rodden boys. Nathan looking in the rearview mirror. He can see them boys back there battling it out, and he can also see that 55 of Rodden right on his butt. I'd like to say hello to everybody out there in YouTubeville. Appreciate you hanging out with us out here at MaxspeedTV. You are watching the NECRL Racing League on a Friday night. Doesn't get any better than this. Rodden diving down into the inside, trying to take a little chunk out of that time, and he does so. Puts Nathan back into the 2nd spot for now. The 28, Nathan Somerville. Good looking ride. For some reason why it looks like my cameras have actually dropped down. Not sure what's going on with that ordeal. We're gonna have to try to fix that during the race here if I can. But Rodden out in front. Top 5, Rodden Somerville. Rodden again, Lewis and Mayu. Work our way on back a little bit. I'm a little curious. Where are we at? All the way back, 16th position, Robert Timmons. Right up front is Robert Strickland. Sammy Davis Jr., 18th. Joseph Allen, 19th. Baker, 20. Beverly, 21. Stephen Creary's in the 74 back here. Dead last. 20 seconds back in a 22nd position. Another good-looking paint scheme. Back out front, leading the gang, is John Rodden. A little bit of daylight between him and Somerville right here. And Somerville's got another problem going on. He's got another Rodden on his tail, taking it into the inside. Gonna challenge him for that second spot. Nathan says it's way too early for that stuff. You got it. You go right on by me. The 0-2 decides to take it up on the high side. Josh Mayu. Now remember, I was telling you guys earlier about tires. Tires means everything, man. Absolutely everything right here at this track. And everybody's got 19 laps on these tires, so their times will fall off just a little bit. The ones that have not abused their tires, well, they're going to actually pick up in time. There's your polecat, Jeremy Talley. He's all the way back to the 8th position. Here comes that 09, Christopher Williams. He started 13th. He's up to the 7th position already. Sporting the Blue Knights. That's how far he's got to go to catch up with these lead 5 guys up here. That's being led by John Rodden. The 0-2 chasing him down, getting ever so much closer. Somerville backed off just a little bit. He's also being challenged for that position by the 28 of, or I'm sorry, by the 12 of Lewis. Running that Trump machine, loving that paint scheme as well. Nathan gets comfortable right up underneath him. Will he make a move for him when he comes off this corner? If he gets close enough, he will. Everybody's trying to feel their trucks in, figure out what they want to do for any kind of changes. The Rodden and Rodden show right here, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Beverly. He's in and he's out of the pits. First one to go in and get things taken care of right away. Everybody appears to be playing quite nicely out here. So far, no problems. Taking a look at Talley. Like I said, he was your pole sitter. He's actually being challenged somewhat right here by Haas Beverly. And then up on the high side, let's not forget Charles Giddings. Nice battle going on right here. And look at the fresh tires, guys. Here comes the difference we can show you. That red, white, and blue machine, he has the fresh rubber. He closes right up on them. Pretty darn easy. Still all the way up front, it is the Rodden and Rodden show. Andrew Lewis is setting into 4th position. Nathan back into the 5th. Christopher Williams right there taking over that 6th position. Scott Black in the 7th. Jeremy Talley being challenged right now for that 8th position by Haas Beverly. And sitting in 10th is going to be Charles Giddings. How's everybody doing out here on YouTube on a Friday night? Give me a holler. Say something, anything. Let me know y'all are live. Watching very carefully. See who's going to start this deal about coming into the pits. Rod pulls out to a nice little hefty lead. Nice and comfortable. He's led 13 laps out of 27 so far. 0 cautions. Now everybody knows you can come in on a caution for pit stops. No problem whatsoever. Well, let's see how it works out in the green flag. The way these guys are going, we are liable to see the green flag pit stops probably within the next 5 laps. All the way back here to the 9th position. 10 seconds back. It's going to be Beverly right there and Talley. What a beautiful place Charlotte Motor Speedway is, without a doubt. Looking at it from the flag stand point of view. And here they come. Still, Rodden doing a good job right now, but I'm going to tell you what. Keep an eye out on that 0-2 because he is actually reeling him in ever so slowly. That is one Josh Mayu. Some of these guys have pitted already and some of them have not. And there will be some lap traffic we're going to have to deal with. Corey Waddington says, nope, I'm not alive. Well, you're typing pretty good for a dead guy. Somebody says I have Rona. It's getting to the point where who else doesn't have it? That's the question. Some of the guys are actually coming into the pits. Looks like Baker's coming in right now. All by himself. Out front still, it is Rodden. Christopher Williams in the 5th position by himself. No troubles whatsoever. Nobody pressuring him. All he's got to do is hit his marks. Coming up on a lap truck, it looks like. And I do believe that is Joseph Allen. And here comes your leader, right up on him. "20 laps he's led out of 34, out of 100. Yep, to be determined here. We got to go caution free. How long? Whoa, I think that might have been Timmons slamming on the old brakes right there. Yes, it was. Couple guys coming out from the pit, working their way back up to the speed again. "35 laps. They should be coming in right now, and here they come. Rodden is in. The other Rodden's in. Andrew Lewis is in. Christopher Williams. There's Scott Black. The 22 is staying out on the track for right now. He's got 35 laps on those tires. He's staying in. The 4 finally coming in now. Lance Thompson's in. Let's take a peek right here. Let's see who can get out first. Working their way back up to speed one more time to get back onto the track. John Rodden being shown in 5th position. Now, Shane Shepard coming into his pits now. And thank God, because he was probably on fumes. Now, Nathan Somerville, he is being shown your leader right now. He's actually in a different pitting strategy than the rest of these cats are. He's been out there for 8 laps. Everybody else, 1. A couple of them, 2. Way down here, Tyler Beverly in the 18th. He's been out there for 16. He is your leader as of right now, and that will be Nathan Somerville in the 28 machine. All the way back, Josh Mayu, he is your 2nd place truck. And what is the difference between those, you're asking? Well, I'm going to tell you, 7.5 seconds back. John Ryder, 55. He led 22 laps. Now he's sitting in the 3rd position. Doing a little battling right there at the 121. Somerville out here all by himself, enjoying himself actually. Let's take a little ride with the guy in the 28, Nathan Somerville. All the way down on the bottom. Brings it right up close to that wall. Coasted down into the turn. About halfway or so, when you feel the traction, you get right back into it. All the way out to the wall one more time at the tri-oval right here. Sets up for the turn again. Looks simple, doesn't it? All the way back, number 2. Drop closing in. He's got that all the way down to about 4.5 seconds now from that leader. Now that's your difference between 5-lap tires and 12-lap tires. It does make a difference. And you can tell it right there because a cat that just passed him in the 23 of Joseph Allen, he's got 4 laps on his tires. You've seen him drive pretty much right by him. The 0-2. Getting a little bit of pressure off the 55 of Rodden right here. Got to take it to the low side. Once again. Got to keep it down to the bottom. Looks like the 9's giving, Justin's giving a little bit of pressure on that 0-2 also. John is out. He's cleared. Now he's got his sights on Nathan in the 28. You can definitely see him right there. Your leader so far, Nathan Somerville. 44 out of 100 laps, folks. Caution free so far. Unbelievable. There he goes. He's caught him. That's the difference between the laps. 8 laps versus 16 laps. Rodden down on the bottom. He's going to take it. The others is going to follow. It's going to put Somerville up onto the high side. He knows he's been had by these guys. Very calm, cool, and collected. He decides to back out of it and hop back in line. He'll worry about it a little bit later on. The 96 Getting started 20th. He's up in the 7th position. Williams right here trying to make a pass and does so. He is sitting in the 6th position. Scott Black by himself sitting in the 8th position. Nobody bothering him at all. The 13th, Mark Beverly running in 9th. And Haas Beverly in the 10th. Back up front, it's still the John Rodden show, along with Justin right behind him. I'd ask you guys who you think's going to win this race, but I don't know. If we have no issues or troubles, it could be the Rodden and Rodden show here, I'm afraid. These guys are dominating so far. John enjoys this track. And it shows. Getting just a little bit of real estate between him and the 2nd and 3rd truck. The 0-2, Josh Mayo fading back just a little bit. Nathan Somerville's got a whole back window picture of the number 1 all over his butt, and that is of Roger Strickland, but he's 2 laps down. Sammy Davis Jr., he's also 1 lap down, and they are on fresher tires. It's kind of nice for these drivers. When there's no cautions, it separates them quite a bit. They're not bunched up near as much. And then all you got to do is concentrate on being smooth and hitting your marks. Justin setting in 3rd. Andrew Lewis in the 12. He's in 3rd position. Mayo in the 0-2 4th. And riding back here is going to be Nathan Somerville in your 5th position. That's your top 5 right there. The 13 of Mark Beverly looking to go a lap down, and does so. Williams is on the move. He's in 5th position. Snapped that right up from the 28. We got a little bit of a disappearing act going on here, a couple of these trucks. And you can tell it because iRacing puts the smoke up. That alerts everybody and lets them know when a car is actually blinked out and came back in. Everybody's still separated, no issues whatsoever all the way up here. Lance Thompson is in the 11th position of the 121. All the way back here in the 12th is Robert Timmons. 1 lap back. Sammy Davis Jr. in the 54, also 1 lap back. Most of these cats back here are a lap down. Roger Strickland's 2 laps down. So far, so good. Everybody has been playing nicely, and the wall is actually playing pretty nice with us. Hasn't come out and bit nobody yet. Looks like the 12 is going to go ahead and challenge the 9 of Rodden for the 2nd spot. Trying to get a little bit of momentum going. Staying right behind the 9. So far, the 9's able to keep him back. "19 laps since he's been into the pits. Him, Rodden, and Lewis. 21 for Josh. 19 laps since Christopher's been in. 26 laps since Nathan Somerville has been in, along with Charles Gettings. Being challenged for that 7th position right there by Scott Black. And Black's gonna take it. A little bit more open field for the 55 of John Rodden, separating things just a tad bit more between him and Justin in the 2nd spot. Now, up here a little ways yet, though, the 55 is going to have some lap traffic to deal with. A couple of guys slamming the brakes coming in right there. Gettings is in. I do believe also that is going to be, I'm a-looking. Yep. Robert Timmons, he's also in. 28, Somerville's in. Still running around out here without a wing and a prayer, not a problem one to be found. Is John Rodden. He's led 35 laps of the 58 that are down out of 100 to go total for the race. It's a little crazy here, folks. 0 cautions for 0 laps. Only 5 lead changes. Andrew Lewis is getting some pressure by Rodden right here. Still able to keep him back. Let's go on back a little ways in the 8th position. Lance Thompson. He does have Mark Beverly sneaking up on him in that 13 for a position. Way on back here. Sammy Davis Jr. kind of by himself hanging out. After the pit stops and everything, it puts Nathan Somerville in 11th. Still your leader. It's going to be John Rodden. Josh Mayu coming right at you there in the 4th spot. Justin having to deal with a little bit of traffic here. Whoa, down to the inside. Coming right at us right there. Looks like he might have had a little issue going on. Lap traffic right in front of Rodden. Gotta take him down to the inside and put him a lap down. And that will be Haas Beverly going 1 lap down. We got to have a drinking game right here. Every time Rodden puts a truck down, you got to take a shot. Wonder how drunk we'd all be, huh? "27 laps since the last time all 4 of these Cats 5 have been in. All the way back to Scott Black. Here comes some fresher tires of Christopher Williams. I'm sorry, I'll take that back. Fresher tires of the 28. And that was Nathan Somerville. Had no problem passing him. At some point in time, you start losing ground because these guys with fresher tires, it's just best to take your lickings and go on in and go to the pits. If you get knocked off your time a little bit, you're not gaining anything. Now, we've been 65 laps caution free. That's definitely going to mean a fuel mileage strategy will definitely be in play here, guys. You are watching the NECRL League, and now we have ourselves a caution. And who is that caution going to be upon? I don't know. Let's take a little look and see what's happening. Let's go back and see if we can see something. Oh, yeah. We definitely can see something. Our first caution. Let's back it up and see who just left. Who was that? One more time. Let's back it up a little bit more here. Let's ride along. Let's see what's going on. And I think that might be Mr. Timmons up here, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. Who was it? Somebody went for a long ride, and I'm gonna find him here in a minute. Let's take a look. Right there, he hits the wall, comes right back into the wall, drills it again. And one more time, the 121, the 09 gets involved. Not good. That was Lance Thompson that went for the ride, folks. Right along with him. Gets loose, smacks the wall. Yeah, gets hit. And there, fly me to the moon. Oh, yeah. He got some airtime on that ride, didn't he? And that's how it went down. The boys are coming in with no problems now. They are out. Everybody came back in. They got their fuel. They're on their way back out to go here. Not sure. I'm trying to look. maybe I'll get the opportunity here to chat with a couple of these cats while we're able under the caution finally, huh? Apparently that's not going to happen yet. Again, technical difficulties on that deal. Rodden is being shown your leader right here. In the 55. Charles Gettings in the 9th position after starting 20th. Christopher Williams gets his truck fixed and he's back out there in the 5th place. No problems whatsoever, no harm, no foul. Waiting for everyone to get lined up and figured out where they got to go here. That's the problem. Everybody's trying to figure out where they belong. And when that happens, they just keep on throwing the caution. Looks like they may have it figured out at some point here. I don't really know. They may end up throwing the caution again before this is over with. Because those boys got to come all the way around here to get caught up with them. Lance Thompson, the one that went to the moon and back. Lights out on the pace car. Let's do this again, folks. One more time. NECRL Racing League at Charlotte. Rodden on the bottom. Andrew Lewis up on the top side. Once again, we are bunched back up. Everybody's got some new rubber on, except for Nathan Somerville, all the way back here in the 8th position. He is showing 12 laps on his tires. Green flag, here we go. Rodden's got to bring him down to it. Everybody go through the gears. No issues trying to do that. Up in the high side, Lewis making the run at it. The Rodden boys hanging down on the bottom, 3 wide right here out front. You'd think the race was over with. And we got ourselves a caution one more time. I do not think they were lined up properly. Something was definitely wrong. Line them up and we'll do it again. Adela York, thank you very much out on YouTube. You're asking me if I'm better after the skunk incident. Thank you for asking, and yes, I am. For those of you who do not know that, I had the privilege last week, about 30 minutes into the broadcast, I had a skunk outside my man cave here, and apparently he wasn't a happy camper, or he didn't like my broadcasting, one or the other, because man, oh man, I thought I was gonna die. Would you believe, Adela, you can still smell that at my garage door in my garage. That's how bad it was. But thankfully, we're getting through it, and it's kind of sort of starting to fade away. But I appreciate your concern. It was rough. But the show must go on, and it did go on. But, oh, wow. Still trying to get the boys lined up here. Nobody, I mean nobody I can talk to during the cautions. I'm starting to take offense to that. I'm not sure. Maybe nobody wants to chat with me. I don't know. There's only like 3 people. $72 out of 100 laps. That already in the books and done, man. Unbelievable, guys. A whopping 1 caution. Well, technically 2. They just threw another one to get lined up. 2 cautions. 6 laps. Only 5 lead changes. That's it. 5. You're asking Bobby, who's led these laps? Well, I'm going to tell you right here who's led these laps. Out of 72 of them, 49 of them's been led by this man right here, John Rodden. Going on back. Haas Beverly did lead 1 lap. And Somerville led the rest of them with 18 laps led. He is in right now 10th position. Coming out of the pits from getting some work done. And you're absolutely correct. We did take some white vinegar and set it into the garage, and that seems to be getting rid of it. I appreciate that information. We are doing that. But man, oh man. There'll be one less skunk in the world if I could have got my hands on him. There's 1 less lap tonight, down, under caution. But John Rodden has led 50 out of the 73 laps tonight. Still waiting for the lights to get out on this pace car. Christopher Williams in the 9, up to 4th position. At some point in time here, everybody should be getting lined up. As of right now, your top 5, there goes the pace car lights. Rodden, Lewis, Williams, and Mayu. You guys thinking of a truck league to join out there, or do you want to join one? Check these guys out, NECRL Racing. These guys are nuts. They're crazy. They have a great time. They run the trucks on the Friday. They come right back around to Sunday night on MaxspeedTV with me one more time for the Cup Series. Never a dull moment there either. Now it's going to start to get just a little bit more, how do you want to say it? Abnormal out here. It's going to get a little sketchy, a little shaky maybe. Why? Well, because you're looking at 25 laps to go for the race. You can throw patience out the window here fairly soon. And they all have, fairly new rubber on. They do have enough. Let me see. Some of these guys definitely have enough to go all the way. Pace car is out of the way. Rodden's going to bring him down. Both Roddens. Green flag, here we go. Justin takes it up on the high side, drops down right in front of John. No problem whatsoever there. Take a look at Andrew Lewis right here in the third position. He's being challenged now by the 0-2 coming down, hard charging Josh Mayhew. This is where it starts to get a little sketchy right here. Everybody's looking for the same spot of real estate. John Rodden back up on the high side, takes it back away from him. Going on back a little bit further right here. Look at the number 8. Scott Black fighting for position right there for number 7. There's a guy I said would not be long before you would see him in the top 5 or 6 or so. Right there he is, Charles Getty, started 20th. Still up front, Rodden and Rodden. A 6-truck breakaway. And then it comes up to Haas Beverly in the 22. The kid, Nathan Somerville, all the way back here in the 10th spot, running by himself. They're hollering out there, Somerville, mash that thing. He is mashing it as hard as he can, I am sure. But he's out here by himself, and he's way under power. .179 mile an hour. John Rodden. Led 55 laps. Let's watch them as they come all the way around, coming right at us. That shows you how fast they're running. Andrew Lewis creeping ever so slightly on the 9 of Josh Rodden right here. Everybody running single file except for Gettings back here. He's trying to get a position. Looking at the inside of Williams. Is he going to be able to make the pass? Drops it way down onto the bottom. Unable to hold it, has to get out of it ever so slightly, and that's going to let Christopher Williams come right back up on that top side. Definitely a nice little battle going on right here. But while that's going on, while they're battling, if you look, these cats right here are kind of lined up nose to tail almost. Wow. A couple of them might have just smacked the wall right there. And I do believe that will be one Josh Rodden. Somerville's going down a lap. But John Rodden does come up and smack the wall. Not sure about the damage on that truck. He is investigating, feeling it out, and he's going to check and see, but he's just a little bit off the pace. Gives the lead up to Justin Rodden. I do believe John realizes that Ford is not that bad a shape. Let's get back into it again. Now we got a little battle going on. Andrew Lewis looking to take it over in that Trump machine. 17 laps to go this time by, and he is going to do it, and he's bringing right along Josh Mayhew with him. Now we got a little bit of a hornet's nest starting to brew up here a little bit. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's go on back a little bit. John Rodden, 57 laps he's led. Here comes Gettings and bringing Christopher Williams. They're still battling it out. Trying to get that 5th position away. side by side. Up front, a little bit of a battle going on now. It's Lewis and Josh Mayu. Looks like Mayu is going to take him possibly down on the bottom side. I don't know. Lewis has got a good run off on that top. So far, looks like Lewis is going to be able to maintain that ever so slightly here, though. Side by side coming off. Going into that tri-oval. Mayu gets just a bit of an advantage. While that's going on up here, back to back, side by side fighting like this, is bringing in Rodden. And this is what he's going to look at. He's going to watch these guys battle it out for a while. If he can get close enough to him, he'll figure out when he can start his pouncing. Will he be able to get close enough up here to make a move? 14 laps to go this time at the stripe right here. Riding back with Gettings in the 5th position. He's got Christopher Williams right there in front of him. Christopher finally was able to get past him. Way back here, the 55 of Rodden. He is slightly slipping backwards, losing just a little bit of time. It's looking like these guys, there's quite a few of these guys that's going to be able to go all the way, and a few of them's going to be really close. I know right now Josh Mayo is sitting in the driver's seat. He's only led 3 laps, but we only got 12 to go this time by, too. Putting a little bit of real estate between him and that's number 12 of Andrew Lewis and 9 of Justin Rodden. Justin may have only led 3 laps here in this race, but he's been hanging out here in the top 4 or 5 all night long. Christopher Williams sitting there in the 4th position. He started 13th. Gettings dropping back just a little bit. He started out in the 20th. He's in the 5th position. Rodden, the man's led 57 laps. He's dropped all the way back to the 6th position after he smacked the wall. Ten laps to go this time by, folks. Somerville, who led 18 laps, he's 1 lap down in the 10th position. Definitely not the night that he was hoping for. Mayo doesn't look like he's got a scratch on that truck nowhere. Pretty darn impressive, to say the least. Still a little bit of length there between him and Justin Rodden. Rodden's got his hands full right now because he's going to have to worry about Lewis and Williams sneaking up on him right here. 9 laps to go. Not much happening anywhere else. Everybody is staying pretty much far away from each other here. Scott Black in the 9. Strickland is in the 11th. Somerville still sitting in that 10th position, and that's fixing to change. Gonna be thrown down 1 more lap, too. Out in front, 7 to go at the line. Josh Mayu. A full second between the 2nd place of Rodden and Mayu. Andrew Lewis starting to get just a little bit of pressure from the 09 of Christopher Williams. Looking on the outside, go all the way around here. Is he going to be able to hang on to it up there? There's your difference. Williams is going to take the position away. I do believe he will come up into the third spot. Now he's got his eyes on Justin Rodden. 6 laps to go, folks. And there's your leader, the 0-2. A little ways back still, Justin Rodden. He's actually a little over a second, so he's definitely not gaining anything whatsoever. Just riding around, hitting his marks, thinking about what he's going to say in the interview, all the people that he needs to thank. 4 laps to go at the line. You are watching NECRL Racing League, finishing laps here on a Friday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway with your host, Bobby, from MaxspeedTV. If you have not subscribed to us, come on out, go out, subscribe, check out our T-shirts. For the love of God, look at our T-shirts and decals that we have. I've got a boatload of T-shirts out here. I think everybody will look good in a MaxspeedTV T-shirt. Justin Rodden about a 1.5 seconds back. Mayu is definitely not holding anything out. He is letting it all hang out. 3 laps to go this time by. Still your top 5, Mayu, Rodden, Williams, Gettings, and Lewis. And there's absolutely nobody battling, really. Well, right here we got a nice little battle going on. I'll take that back. It looks like Williams has caught Rodden. And he's bringing Gettings with him. There's your battle, folks, right here. Gettings is going to run on down to the inside and try to do something. It's not going to happen. Williams up on that high side. And he smashes him into the wall. Not sure what happened right there. Might have just ran up a little bit. Anyway, those two tangled and lets Christopher Williams get by. But Gettings, he was definitely the winner of that deal. All the way up here, Josh Mayu, though. 1 lap to go. The final lap, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we've waited for. He's only led 15 laps, but he's going to lead the most important one. And that's this one coming up right here. Take a little peek right here. Anything else going on? Nope. Everybody's still playing pretty good. Gettings coming all the way from 20th to 2nd. That's a heck of a run. But you know what? The winner, Josh Mayu, is the one brings the cake home tonight. Bringing the trophy home without any issues whatsoever. This is your winner right here, Josh Mayu. You guys stick around. We're going to be right back. And I'm going to see if I can get an opportunity to talk to some of these guys. You are watching NECRL Racing League here at Charlotte MaxspeedTV. We will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. NECRL Racing League here at Charlotte for MaxspeedTV. We've got the three cats up here for the podium for the wonderful little interview. And the first one I'm going to start out with is Christopher Williams in the 09. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you were charging pretty darn hard here about the last 10, 12 laps of this race. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you might have kind of got caught up in a little squabble there a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Did that kind of slow you down?
Yeah, I was passing for second, ended up getting into Rodden. Sorry about that. I mean, I obviously wasn't trying to do anything on purpose. I was just trying to get to the outside either 2 laps ago. But yeah, I ended up trying to pass for second and just ended up right where I was in third. Gettings got the best of it.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I mean, watching you, you were definitely that truck was on rails. I mean, you had it down pretty well. Like the last 8, 9 laps, you were coming. I'm curious. I was kind of curious to see what would happen if we had about another 8, 9 more laps left in that race. I mean, you was definitely, you had his sights on him. You just ran out of time. That's all.
Yeah, I felt faster than him. Basically, all race, I started back in 11th and was just saving the whole race. Everyone took off right at the beginning. I was like, all right, let's just be patient. We had our green flag pit stops. We went all the way to, I think it was like lap 65, and I was already up to 5th. So when we restacked them, I knew I was a contender at the end, and I'm just glad I got a good podium finish. Sorry again to Rodden, and I'm glad I got to stay ahead of all the trucks that were supporting me tonight.
Yeah, you did really well in that second place finish. That is for sure. Is there anybody out there that you want to thank before I let you go?
Not really. Just my family, friends, and students, as always. Other than that, I just and had a good race, enjoyed it, and thanks for broadcasting, man.
Absolutely. Hey, you make sure you stay safe, and we'll catch you next week. We'll see if we can't move you up one more spot into a winner's circle. We'll have a little fun then, too, all right?
Talk to you later.
All right, my friend. Have yourself a good one. Next, the third place guy. I like to mix things up a little bit. Let's talk. I'm sorry, second place guy. Charles Gettings, where you at?
I'm right here, Bobby.
Hey, good run. Again, you know, you did the same thing that Williams was doing. You're running, had a great run. You just ran out of time, I guess, right?
Yeah, I just needed a few more minutes in the end. Throughout that whole race, Doug, my green flag pit stops went exactly as planned, and my strategy was going just as needed. And then that caution came out right at the end of those second green flag pit stops, and it just got me under where I wanted. So I had to kind of waste my tires there for a second and just take the wave around instead of staying a lap down, get back on lead lap. And luckily that caution came out 5 laps right after that. So got the tires back I needed there and just had to work my way back up to the field there.
Now, I'm going to assume probably, I mean, obviously tires was pretty much an issue. I mean, I'm assuming you run, 15 laps, you could feel them falling off fairly quickly. Is that right?
That is correct. You 10, 12 laps in, you'll feel them things screaming at you, and you definitely got to take care of them, that's for sure.
Well, hey, second place, good job. Wonderful job, actually. Anybody out there in YouTubeville you want to thank before I let you go?
My family, friends, my sponsor Vet TV, and NECRL and Bobby in the booth.
Oh, what a guy. Appreciate that. Have yourself a safe week, my friend, and be careful out there, and we'll catch you next week, all right?
Thanks, Bobby. You too.
All right, buddy. Oh, the man of the hour, the winner chicken dinner, number one, the big kahuna, whatever you want to call him. But he's number one in our hearts. Number one tonight. I'm talking about Josh Mayu. Talk to me, son.
Hey, man, what's going on, bud?
I'll tell you what. That was a doggone good race that you had going there. I seem like for the last, 8, 9 laps, you're just driving off into the sunset there. I mean, things worked out in your favor. That is for sure, didn't it?
Definitely had to save the tires there for the long run. That's where I got them.
That was the key, wasn't it? Tires saving, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Short runs, I didn't have anything really. It was hard to pass, but backing up my corners definitely helped me for the long run.
Well, you're definitely smooth out there hitting your marks. That's for sure. Like I said, I would just kind of curious and wondering, man, if we had about another 7 to 10 laps, I think we would have had a heck of a battle between all three of you guys. But you did come out number one, and that's pretty awesome. Is anybody out here in YouTubeville that you'd like to thank before I let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the league for putting it on. Do a great job. I enjoy racing every Friday night. You, Bobby in the booth, man, awesome job. I like watching the broadcast afterwards. My family, my friends, Doug, my spotter, does a great job. And that's about it.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. Looking forward to checking things out next week, next Friday night. Always a good time with you guys out here at the NECRL. You be safe, my friend. And I'm not sure, do you guys race so much, and I do so many broadcasts. Y'all have that Brother Cup League that I broadcast on Sunday nights. Are you in that, on the Cup League?
No, I'm not, but I might be shortly.
You might want to consider hopping into that bad boy.
Yeah, definitely. I'll ask them about for the information.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully I'll see you this Sunday night then, because that's when these guys are going to take off and they're going to do it again. So congratulations on your win here at Charlotte, my friend. And like I said, you be safe, and I'll catch you next week, all right?
Yeah, man. Catch you later.
All right, buddy. Well, that's it, guys. Real quick, actually. I'm impressed. Man, not bad whatsoever.
No, that was a good one. Nice
That was
and
good.
quick.
Yes, it was. Sounds like a winner. All right, hey. I'm just going to let everybody know, 2 cautions is all they had out here tonight, this whole entire race. Only 10 lead changes. So, that's pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead and go through all the lists here, let you know where everybody finished at out there. I appreciate everybody out there in YouTubeville watching. It means a lot to these guys. It means a lot to me, absolutely. And give us a holler. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. These guys appreciate that. I appreciate it. That is for sure. Let's go ahead and go through this real quick, shall we? Josh Mayu comes out your winner. He started in the 6th position. He says tires were the key. Save, save, save. Charles Gedding started in 20th and comes home 2nd. A heck of a run. Not to mention Christopher Williams. He started out in 13th. He finishes out in 3rd. Andrew Lewis hanging around out there in the top 3, just about, probably 3/4 or more of this race. He had started in the 5th position. He ended up leading 2 laps, but he does come home in the 4th spot. Justin Rodden, another guy, hung around out there in the top 4, top 3 for quite a while. And he ended up leading 3 laps, but he comes home short, finishes it in 5th. Mark Beverly started 15th, finishes up in the 6th position. John Rodden, I gave out crying towels. This man would definitely deserve a MaxspeedTV crying towel because, man, the guy led 57 laps of this race. I mean, he had it down. Just a little slip up into the wall, and it pretty much was unable to come back from that. And yeah, that sucks. That's about all I can say, guys. But my hat's off to him. He was definitely the man to beat tonight. But one little slip up, and it kind of bit him pretty hard right there. But he did come home in 7th place. Scott Black, he comes home in 8th place, starting 7th. Haas Beverly, 9th position. Roger Strickland started 19th, finishes in 10th. Shane Shepard is your 11th. Jansen Baker comes home in 12th. Sammy Davis Jr., baby, finishes 13th. Nathan Somerville, the kid, he led 18 laps, started in 3rd, had some issues. Brings it home in 14th position, and I'm sure he's not a happy camper about that either. Joseph Allen started 21st, brings it home in 15th. Robert Kinney, 17th, brings it home in 16th. Lance Thompson, 17th position. Jeremy Talley led 3 laps. He was actually your pole cat tonight. Not what he was hoping at all. Finishes in the 18th position. 19th, Tyler Beverly. Stephen Curry in the 20, is in 20th. Robert Timmons Started 14th, finishes 21st. He was caught up in a situation. And Brad Galindo, he finishes 22nd, and that rounds everybody off. Again, your winner, there he is, Josh Mayu. Congratulations. Everybody out there, please be safe. And hopefully we can get together again next Friday night, because you can't get sick over the airwaves. So come on out, plan on watching. Let's have a good time together with the NECRA League on Friday nights. In the meantime, this is your announcer, Bobby from the lobby. MaxspeedTV. See ya.